Caution, assholes at play.
I'd like to send a special shout out to my homeboy, O.J. Simpson. Keep up the good work, baby. Too less we got to worry about. You understand?
Call me an asshole. One more time.
See that man there? He's a real a-hole.
He's also a huge asshole.
This is the CAAP cast, motherfucker.
This is the CAAP cast, as we like to call it, and that'll stand for caution. Assholes at play, everybody.
Oh my God. Well, I'm Chris.
I'm Matt.
Welcome.
Yeah. This is going to be a show of whatever. Basically.
We'll try to keep it short and sweet. We're just gonna talk about whatever. We don't have any. I don't think today, at least, we don't have anything specific to talk about. But crazy shit going on in the world, and then we decided to do a podcast.
Yep, and decided not to talk about it either, which is even better.
You guys know enough. We can't go anywhere, so we're all looking at the fucking TV and reading the internet. So,
right? I know. I don't have a fucking nice blue suit, fucking on CNN to talk about any of this shit. So
we talk about it. I'm not gonna tell you anything you don't already know because you're sitting there looking at shit like I am. So,
right? I know. How many burning cars can you see? Jesus Christ. But yeah, so we have just chosen to do this. I don't know, something fun to do during the quarantine, and I guess it was a good decision, considering that almost all the times that we've hung out, we've been the assholes in the room.
Oh yeah,
like, especially at the parties, it's just me and you. You're like a fucking tag team, and we just demolish everyone in our sight.
People invite us to parties because they want to see that.
There you go. Exactly.
I don't know what it is. The lightning bolts come down when we get together. I don't know what it is.
Right? I know. All we need is the Undertaker to stand next to us.
Oh shit! Woo!
But yeah,
I guess we could talk. I guess we could talk about the pay-per-view since we hung out, watched it, and then the following AEW Dynamite, because I actually watched it because I was pretty excited after that pay-per-view to get back in and check it out.
Yeah, I was too. We could definitely talk about AEW.
Oh shit, 1, 2, yo. Yo, back up, nigga, back up, yo. The one in particular, bringing the funk and the flavor, the way that I'm rhyming. I'm running perimeter, speaking it funny, I'm beating them dumb, and I'm taking their life. And I be the one to beat them in the game of Scrabble. Wonder why they're thinking that I'm ever so nice. And I be the one to never get caught up in a scandal, cause you know the pros are so precise. And what I be doing impossible, I'ma abolish like all of them. When the button is pressed, I give it the throttle. When all of you, when I see the marvel, when it's sudden death, I be the one to give it all I got to run it up into a speed to anybody. Try to copy, get it smacking, then I'm ready for the battle. Any moment, any minute, I'm returning to a killer. Any second, I'm a snap it, I'ma get into a mood, and everybody better stay away and move, cause anybody getting caught up in the show, and then I hit them with a strike, and then they're bleeding on the floor, and then they gotta be aware that it was fucking with the flow. And any minute I'm ready, spitting the heavy or the deadly, I'm jetting, and I'ma make it on the setting of fast flow, sending a lyrical melody, giving it a felony. Fuckers, you telling me you better take your rap notes. I'm gonna give it some breath from all of my rhyming and goes. I'm gonna give it some rest, but I deliver my best. Time to let it be told. When I be spitting my best, I'm in an intricate zone. When I belittle your set, put in your middle to rest. You're not defying my flow.
Yo, long as I'm living, never be the end of the era. Came with the vendetta, we keeping it 80s. I'm tougher than leather, the ladies are loving me bigger and deeper like Peter the Piper. Been picking the pepper, I get it to give it a cervical injury, kicking the walls when I lived in the uterus. Fetus from moving and doing this, Cooker, the butcher, vanilla, McGilla, gorilla, the villain, the criminal killer, and teller, the hunt with the gun, the menace to the public. A pummel, a puppet, political pundit, the better, the battle, the inability to meddle with the better, in the heroin, the medicine, the venom with the medicine, the regimen, the better, better get him in the tenement. I hit him in the head again, and Lennon with the Beatles singing, let it be the legacy, the enemy to live a little bit. And when I hit him with the minigun, a penalty to get it beheaded. The son of Zebedee with the negative energy identity. They want to get rid of us. I gotta keep in the coming vigilante. Get it to medical. The beat of drum. Give me the record. The sick of the wicked. Deliver the gun. A milligan in the beginning with the military bucket. Did the shining. The killing. The kid to be another Kubrick. And he giving the killer the kiss. Sticking the dick in the dish. Living to resist. To be a liberty. A genie giving it the wish. Fuck the gibberish. Gibbery. Fast rapping too quick. What happened to the boom bip? What you think? You a full schnick? You in the ocean with sharks. Or Moses closing ocean parts. I'll burn you like Joan of Arc. I sit you down like Rosa Parks. Gotta be dope. Gotta be dope. All flows, dreams reach out.
Rugged man himself, y'all. Already rugged man.
Gotta be dope. Jazzy Jeff on the country.
And I'm already the rugged man mixed with Sean Price, Jizza, Mix, Rock, Kim, Kane, Pharaoh, Monch, Bomb, Mike's, Kuba, Sadat, Jamar, Tip, Ali, and Fife, Nadia by nature, Tretch, Chip, Food, Chub, in each line I'm G-rap in its prime with each track devoured. So ease back when I rhyme or be plastic coward. You ready to get in the brawl of the box and I'm calling the shots as top MC and up on this beat it's Arvin, Froby, Rocky, and Apollo Creed.
The lyric attack in the attic, a prison genetics, eugenics, a Gattaca vision, a Hindu, a Manaj, I'm not the magician, I'm cooking the heat up, I'm back in the kitchen, I'm super lover C, steady B, heavy D, like the MC, Schooly D, and just ice and iced tea. The Illa Tomorrow, Gonzalo, Pizarro, no Pega Barro, the Gold Eldorado, Dillinger in Chicago, the Killer Machado, the Mr. Mixo, Plick the Villain, Bizarro, the High Octane, the reign of Mozart Brain, the end game of Sharp Pain, the pen game of Mark Twain. Go!
Rugged man.
You gotta be dope, Afro.
Rugged man.
Jazzy Jeff on the cut.
Rugged man.
All flows reach out.
Rugged man himself, y'all. Already rugged man.
Gotta be dope.
So,
Yeah, that's right. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about AEW wrestling. I mean, turn it off if you don't like wrestling. I don't know what to tell you.
right? I know. It's just so everybody knows, it's not a wrestling podcast, but it will be brought up very frequently.
Yeah, we're probably gonna talk about it plenty.
Yes. So
What was your favorite match during the pay-per-view?
my favorite match during the pay-per-view, Jesus. There was a lot of matches I enjoyed. I really liked the Cody and Lance Archer match a lot.
You know what I like about Cody is that he brings a sort of like they brought in AEW to like be kind of like a progressive wrestling organization, but when I see Cody wrestle, I can't help but get like an old school feeling.
Yeah, the dusty in him.
That's what makes me like him so much. So like, I don't know. I felt like that was one of my favorite matches, but because I like Cody so much, man. Like when we had front rows at the Ring of Honor show and they still had the Elite there, after the camera went off, he walked around to everyone in the front row and gave everyone a hug, like individually, and it was some of the coolest, like one of the coolest things that ever happened to me at a wrestling show. I thought it was like really nice and personable of him to do. Because like he doesn't have to. He put on a show, he doesn't have to do anything. They do the autograph thing. They do the meet and greets in the beginning, and I met him once too, but he didn't have to do that, and it was nice. It was nice of him to do, and I feel like he's a stand-up guy.
Yeah, he's a man of the people, just like his dad. I can see a lot of his father in him, especially with the promos and stuff of that nature. A lot of it just shows.
Absolutely. Yeah, that match was really good. I mean, a lot of people's issue was that Cody went over, but like I think people have short-term memory and eat this stuff like fast food, like eat it, forget it. But all these guys have a stake in the company, and all these guys are putting everyone else over.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
Cody going over one time, like not mad. Like the only thing that was confusing to me was the build up to where they make Lance Archer look like this fucking unstoppable animal. But I mean, I get that going the other way too. that somebody has to stop him. But I mean, whatever. It was still a great match, and I don't think it took anything away from Lance Archer. Lance Archer, the last at least 2 years. I mean, I could go back farther with New Japan, but like, he's been on a roll, man. I used to hate that guy.
I did too. I remember him being. He was like a roadie for Godsmack when he was in TNA. He just had that look of, I want to be in a rock band, I want to be a cowboy, but neither group will accept me, so I'm just going to dress like this and look like this. You know what I mean?
He was like a tag team. He tag teamed, or like he would come out with fucking Kid Cash. All right.
Oh man, Kid Cash. Listen, all right. Now that you brought him up, I have a love for Kid Cash for the simple fact that every time there was a camera in front of Kid Cash, he'd fucking flip it off. Or he would do what I like to call the jackass thing, where they roll like they're rolling the fucking hand and the middle finger slowly comes up. He used to do that every time there was a camera, and I would fall off the couch laughing hysterically. Oh man, Kid Cash.
I always liked him a little bit because he reminded me of like when you had a group of friends and there was always that crazy dude that would do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that motherfucker he's just like this crazy white guy who would come out and just do anything.
Dude, he was at the Ballpark Brawl.
Oh, boy.
This was the Ballpark Brawl that CM Punk did his last ever indie appearance before he signed.
Yeah.
And there was these 3 fat guys. They had belts they bought off eBay. You know what I mean? They were being fans. I got it.
I love those people. That's sarcasm.
Right? But they got too drunk and started acting like assholes.
Yeah.
So not only was the crowd noticing it and getting tired of it, but the guys were getting fucking tired of it. And like CM Punk came out and they kept chanting his name and he goes, I know my fucking name. Stop saying it. He's like, I'm tired of you guys. You guys are fucking ruining the show. So he goes to the back. The next match comes and it's Kid Cash against, I don't remember, maybe AJ Styles or something like that, because Styles was on the circuit back then and Daniels was.
Yeah.
So before he even fucking starts the match, he hears these guys again. Well, he walks over, he grabs the microphone and says, I know I fucking roll. Now shut the fuck up. And the guy's selling shit and he goes, wait a second. You got belts you bought on fucking eBay, but you've never seen the inside of a fucking gym. How about you go teabag your fucking buddy right now? He's like, leave me the fuck alone. Put the mic down, got in the ring, and just wrestled. The whole crowd was laughing, dude.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
Great. Yeah, so I have a certain amount of love for Kid Cash more than a lot of those other random wrestlers.
Too many M's to make too many rules to break, too many fighting that case. I gotta find my way. Gotta need new shoes. If I lose, she lose, and I ain't get used to losses. Days like this, I wish all my looks was unchained. I mastered the rap game, I mastered the dope game. Still I feel like that I'm godlike on these long flights. Something left behind, it don't feel right. Can't write the script when it's real life. Rich still dodging that bus right. From the west side where don't shit slide, we on trip time. Seen the field and they lives. Can't be serious with no rappers. Stayed down and what happened? Got my daughter that mansion. Gave my mother that million. Sold my soul to my feelings. Can't go blind by these women. Too many M's to make too many rules to break. Too many fighting that case. I gotta find my way. Gotta need new shoes. If I lose, she lose, and I ain't get used to losses. I'm going off till I crash. Fuck all the ops, I kid you not. See, we gon' crash. My thoughts is sick, I don't have no sense. Sometimes I crash. Pour up this 1942, it knocked me on my. Nigga gotta hit the golf course to get a piece of mind. Family, friends want a piece of mind. I can tell they all piecing up, and I can show them where peace resides. Since 8 years old, I knew I'd be rich, cause the college route, it wasn't about shit. Tried the honest route, but chose house slicks. Tried to lock me up, but can't catch this. Now every touchdown is on my X list, I'm on a fresh tip. Too much time, I'm living reckless. Now at that time, up on my left wrist. little rappers ain't impressed. Your tax bracket ain't impressed. You buy a chain but won't buy no land. The hashtag should say desperate. I'm kicking game for these young niggas, cause one day they'll meet my daughter. All that bullshit I taught her. Way too blessed to be normal. Upper echelon where we stand at. So girl, be proud that your skin black, and be happy, girl, that your hair nap. Cause the school system won't teach that. Where your father been, you gon' reach that. Too many M's to make, too many rules to break. Too many fighting that case. I gotta find my way. Gotta need new shoes. If I lose, she lose. And I ain't get used to losses. I'm going off till I crash. Fuck all the ops, I kid you not. See, we gon' crash. My thoughts is sick, I don't have no sense. Sometimes I crash. Pour up this 1942, it knocked me on my.
See what I got here. I mean, it was like a week and a half ago, so I kind of gotta look through some shit. At least get a match listing or something, because we just picked out one match. And we're going off about shit.
I'm going off about Kid Cash.
Cats off the strength of Lance Archer.
Sure, yeah, I don't know. We went from there. Oh man.
All right, here we go. Hold on. Let me pull this shit up. This is off the cuff, on the fly fact checking.
Yeah, right.
What do you think about Taz commentating?
Okay, he's good for dark.
You know what? I used to I felt like I heard him too much because he was like all over SmackDown. Like I didn't like a lot of people like the team of him and Cole. I couldn't stand them.
Yeah,
I just don't like Michael Cole. Like,
it was the accent. But the accent is so overbearing, man.
He can't help it, dude.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, it's so strong and heavy and thick that it kind of takes away from things for me. Because I just feel like a guy in New York City is yelling at me about hot dogs on the street corner. You know what I mean?
Did we pay attention to the buy-in? It was a Chuck Taylor and Trent against the Private.
We kind of did a little bit. I don't know.
I barely remember that. Let's see, what do we got here? We had the casino ladder match.
Oh, we could talk about that for sure.
Yeah, that was it had Colt Cabana, Darby Allin, Joey Janela, Frankie Kazarian, Kip Sabian, Orange Cassidy, Luchasaurus, Scorpio Sky, and a mystery competitor who ended up being Brian Cage, which was pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was.
I fucking love that guy. I've always liked that guy. I used to watch him in PWG a lot.
Oh, that's a company I forget about.
I mean, then it revealed that Taz was not just a commentator. He was
Leader
like
of the Aces and Eights.
It's funny because the first thing I thought when I saw this was baby Brock Lesnar, and then Taz, who's obviously affiliated with ECW, and Paul Heyman, and it's like, but I mean, it's not bad.
No, I think that aspect of just Taz and Cage is cool. We need managers, man. I think wrestling needs more managers and more valets and stuff again.
Oh, absolutely.
I really do.
Absolutely. There are guys that are incredible, but I mean, it's to no fault of their own. It's not everybody can talk, man. And it's no fault of theirs. Like it's not like it's not for lack of trying. I mean, they're these people are so athletic, and I mean, I could never do that shit, man, without dying.
Right.
Like, to no fault of their own. I mean, it's not for lack of trying, but like some guys can't cut a promo, or you know what I mean. So you throw somebody in there that's like got so much personality, and like, and I kind of liken it to Taz. Like, it's kind of like Taz passing the torch, maybe. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, for sure. It's you think about it this way. He's the expert. He has the experience. So why wouldn't he train somebody? It makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? 100%.
For sure.
It's the same as like, okay, I got into an argument with one of my friends over the Rock and Roll Express and the show of NWA, just NWA in general. Now, he doesn't know wrestling the same way as me and you know wrestling. You know what I mean?
Sure.
In that sense, he's seen WWE, and that's pretty much as it goes. And I tried to show him NWA. So his gripe was, well, why the hell is Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson beating people up? They're old. And my counter to that was experience. And he's like, well, what do you mean they're old? I go, no. I go, this is the thing with wrestling. And for some reason, I don't know why you don't understand this, but you have to suspend your disbelief. So using the psychology of wrestling, well, Ricky Morton's been wrestling for 45 fucking years. He's more of the expert than the guy who's been wrestling 2 years. I'm going to believe that Ricky Morton's experience is what's going to help him win this match. The same as Taz's experience is going to help Brian Cage reach the top of the mountain in AEW. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. So that makes perfect sense to me. I'm like, yeah, cool, great idea.
Absolutely. I mean, we know that Brian Cage won, obviously. Let's talk about some of these guys in the match, like
Darby.
Hold on, I want to talk about one person last, so we'll go through the yeah. What do you think of, like, I mean, I love Darby Allin, but like, and I think and people are very impatient with Darby Allin, and I feel like they're doing this real, like, low key build. Like, the guy's over, but they're saving him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he makes himself look like a maniac, and it's amazing. And I mean, he takes some L's, but he still looks good, dude. You know what I mean? Like, at any moment, they could push him right into the right to the title. Or
I agree.
Into something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, without a doubt.
This asshole, I don't know how to, I don't think I like this dude, Kip Sabian.
I'm not a big fan of Kip, but real quick to touch on Darby.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think Darby's the best seller in the business.
Absolutely.
The best. I mean, when he fell off that fucking ladder and did that thing with his knee, we all thought he was hurt. He was hurt. And it's hard to believe something and think, you know what I mean? In this day and age, because we all know so much and whatever, it's so hard to actually watch wrestling and go, wow, that guy looks fucked up, man. Every time Darby's in that ring, 100%, he's always selling. He always looks like he's getting fucked up. He just really tries his ass off and really puts on a great match. Every match. He's always the star of the match.
You don't have to count it, it's all there.
Oh, no, go ahead, count it.
Yeah. Come on, no bullshit. Prince.
Yeah. Hey, don't fucking touch me, scumbag.
Hey,
shut up.
Yeah.
Smack blood and skull fragments out your face. Slap stubs at your mother's casket, walking out of a wake. Bang. Young Pesci, fucko, come test me. Fake your suicide the same way they hung Epstein.
My bitch bad, look like she just came out of wet dream. Punch you in your face, make your head scream. Infrared beams, we get cream. Overdose and stamp the baggie with the dead fiend. Coked up like the 86 Mets team.
How he sold heroin and cocaine fist scale. And even though he dead his name, it still ring bells. It's all crazy, all Gucci. Fuck Giuliani, talk to Uzi on me. Getting toppy from Susie probably.
Hey yo, let me get a Lucy Aki. Bitches give me brain super sloppy. Posted with the Luger like who can stop me? Hollow tips to bruise your body. My connect speak Yugoslavi. Break them bricks in half like you knew karate.
You thought you shoot a shabby, but I shot your shooter and used his body. Gets a Cuban pinata at Gucci's party. Right in the middle of the Coney Island while they're holding the nines. The grimy gets round by diamond shining.
I'm in a quiet garden backing up coke from the brick. Loading the fifth, lighting up that coconut piff. Only a whole nigga dies over a bitch. I'll skull fuck that gunther until she choke on my dick. These fools rap about the shit that I live. Never came out the crib. I son rappers, dude, you came out my rib. Rearrange all your jibs, you collide with the floor. I'll stomp your fucking cheekbone out the side of your jaw.
Amongst the weed smoke clouds and white mountains of raw, I depot clowns and dialects that violate the law. I speak Indian dope and Bolivian coke. Speak fluent Colombian when I'm slitting your throat.
These dudes will hang themselves, just give them the rope. It's fuck your motherfucking life, Duke, I'll spit on the poke. These dudes tripping off the shit that we wrote from years ago. And now we even iller than before. Motherfucker.
Porque
también tienen alma.
We had Colt Cabana was in there. I mean, Colt Cabana is good for he knows what he's doing. Like
he does.
I don't know if he's necessary. I think he's just kind of relaxed into the niche that he's carved out, or like kind of the comedy niche, or like not so serious. You know what I mean? And like he does that well, and he's actually a really nice guy. Like we met him. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I did. Like he was a really nice guy. Like I forgot to pay him the $5 for his autograph. And I kept hearing my name getting called, and sure enough, it was him saying I forgot to give him $5.
That's funny.
That was funny. That was good. But he was a really, really nice guy. He's one of the nice. Him and like Kevin Owens are two of the nicest guys I've ever met.
Oh shit! I never met Owens.
Kevin Steen.
Yeah. The Killstein kill.
Yeah.
Era, which is one of my favorite Ring of Honor eras ever. I loved everything he did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was phenomenal.
When I met him, I wanted this one shirt, and he didn't have my size. And then I just picked another one, and he goes, "Well, I don't have that size either." And I liked him. I like him a lot, so I was like, I don't care if it's not my. I was like, I just want to buy it, man. I just want to support you. And he was the nicest guy ever. He made fun of me for how I got into the ring, because I had to get in the ring to take a picture with him, but it was all it was all fun. It was all fun. You know what I mean? I was like, well, you know, it's the first time for everything, man. I was like, guess I made it.
Oh, that's crazy. But Colt's cool. Kip's just around because of his girlfriend. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Let's be serious. I mean, they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah. They got it's AEW's got some kinks to work out, and one of them is like this. Like it seemed like they got into a storyline. It's like they go back and forth into storylines with people, and then like randomly throw them into matches. Like you know that like him and Janela were feuding, obviously, because that's the hot button topic with, you know, Penelope Ford used to be Joey Janela's girlfriend or whatever. Now she dates Kip Sabian. Like, I guess that's in real life. I don't know. I didn't look into it. But they keep going back and forth on that.
Yeah, it's weird because they have like weekly storylines that disappear and then they come back. You're right. It's scattered.
Yeah, they got a lot of people. They're trying to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just fine because, I mean, they could easily go the 3-hour route, which I would never want to see. I like a tight 2 hours, man, you know.
I agree.
Reclaim your name. Escape this tainted place, or just stay here in disgrace. Break these chains. Retake, reclaim your name. Or you can live in pain, suffer in vain, hang your head in shame. Break these chains. Retake, reclaim your name. Escape this sated place or just stay here in disgrace. Break these chains. Retake, reclaim your name. Or you can live in pain, suffer in vain, hang your head in shame. Hang your head in shame. Captive minds make for captive lives. Trapped inside. Break these fucking chains. Or hang your head in shame.
Who else? Do you like Luchasaurus?
Okay. I like him as a big man, but I don't like when he opens his mouth. It's just kind of, it takes away from the monster, the big dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't need to hear you reciting stuff from college books, dude. You're a dinosaur in a wrestling ring.
Okay.
I mean, in ring, he's a great wrestler. I think he's awesome in ring. But aside from that,
like,
I don't know.
I mean, we don't have to say much about Scorpio Sky or Frankie Kazarian because they're great.
Sky better be a world champion. He has everything.
Absolutely agree, and I feel like him and Kazarian and Daniels, like them like, I don't want to say taking him under their wing, but like, you know what I mean. They got the SCU thing. I feel like that's only benefiting Scorpio, and that's awesome. And like, we're in a different time where it used to be guys would want to hold on so long, but now we're in an age where guys are like, yeah, we know we're not at our peak anymore, so let's get this guy, let's get a guy.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, I like that shit. And Scorpio is well-rounded, man. Like, I feel like in the future he could definitely be a world champion.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, the last the last guy I wanted to talk about. I don't know if he's my bottom, but like, there are two guys that are in this fucking AEW shit that I cannot stand. And one of them was in this thing, and his name is Jimmy Havoc.
Oh my fucking god. I don't even know what to say. He looks like the guy that sucks dick at tattoo shops for free tattoos.
He always they just pulled him out of the bar and were like, yo, you got a match, dude.
Right?
He's like, hold on, I gotta put on my eyeliner.
Oh, dude. Or his
The other guy,
gloves.
I think I hate this other guy more. That fucking I don't even remember his name now because I never see him. He was in that stupid Nightmare Family. It's like a fat bald guy.
Dr. Luther. He's fucking
fuck
trash.
That guy.
Oh, he's
Fuck
garbage.
that
And he constantly sticks his tongue out like we care.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, that dude's a douche. I agree. He's a waste of talent. Like, number one, he's a deathmatch wrestler, so that means 9 times out of 10, he really can't fucking wrestle. And on top of that, nobody knows who he is. I had to look him up.
Yeah, usually I have some sort of like semblance of who somebody is, no matter what they do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They made a big deal, and I was just like, I have no idea who this fucking guy is, and maybe that's my own fault. I don't know, but
yeah, it just, I don't know. Him and Havoc. I mean, Havoc is just, I've seen Havoc for about, I'd say a year and a half since MLW.
What's that?
I've seen him for about a year and a half since I started watching like MLW before. And
yeah, I saw him on there.
Yeah, he was on there, and I'm like, okay, who's this guy? And he comes out, and he starts wrestling, and I'm like, this is the worst shit I have seen in a long time. This guy is horrible. On top of that, he doesn't work out. He doesn't tan. He doesn't do anything to make himself stand out. He just dresses like a depressed heroin addict. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
like,
we're
dude.
going all over the place. But since we're talking about that, since you said MLW, dude, I fucking love me some Mance Warner, bro.
Mance is cool. He reminds me
That-
a lot of Stone Cold in a way.
He reminds me of him and like the Briscoes mixed.
Yeah, that's a good comparison for sure.
And boy, I love them.
Most underrated tag team of all time.
There's one more guy that we didn't talk about.
Who's floating around? Janela?
No, we don't have to talk about him. I don't hate the guy. I just feel like there's nothing going on for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just don't like
He puts
looking
his
at
heart
him.
out there. He puts his heart out there. He's done a lot of good things for independent wrestling, man. GCW is the shit, man. I love it. I don't care. And Joey Janela's a part of that. I love him. But there's just not a lot going on for him right now. He just kind of pops up, like the buy-in, the little rumbles and shit. Like, doesn't really have much going on. Feel like he could do more though, you know.
Yeah. So who's the real last guy?
Orange Cassidy.
Oh.
Come on. Dude.
I'm just gonna put my hands in my pockets and walk away from that one.
Oh.
It's just, man.
I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is, dude. I bought the shirt, the freshly squeezed. I don't know what it is, man. I just love it. I love the whole thing. I love him. It's fun. Sometimes, I like
hatred. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't. I don't feel like a pro wrestler standing in the ring. Is what I mean. You know what I mean? That's how I feel.
Sure. See, the thing is, there are a few times where you get to see him go, and then there are most of the time now, and I think on AEW, they don't let him go. They kind of just like, everybody wants to see you do the pockets and the hands thing, and you know, and they don't let him go. And I've seen him go like independently with the hands in the pockets, man. And he went in like, what was it? They did do it on AEW when he fought Pac, man.
Oh, Pac.
That was a good match.
No, it was. Like I said, I'm not taking anything away. It's just, it's just hard for me.
I don't sleep 'cause my head's on fire. I hate creeps and I hate liars. Oh, you want the grave kept secret that I never tell. I'm up in heaven.
because here's the thing. All right, I know you watch NWA, so
Absolutely.
the one thing that sticks out in my head all the time, anytime I see like Orange Cassidy or Jimmy Havoc or Marco Stunt, I think of Eli Drake right there at the podium going, when you watch the NWA, you see men. That's what sticks out in my head, is him saying that quote.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, you're right. There are a bunch of men in the NWA. You guys all do look like wrestlers. And these guys look like kids. And I get that. And I understand that they're small wrestlers. But there's too many of them. So when it comes to those guys, it's just, I don't know. That's the way I see it. I don't know, whatever. But speaking of smaller guys, the next match that came up was MJF versus Jungle Boy. And I think that was one of the most, I think that was the best pure wrestling match AEW's ever put on.
That was, dude. Jungle. I always I kind of had heard of Jungle Boy. Like, he was on the Indies for a very short time, and when AEW came about, it was like right around when AEW was coming out. So they scooped him up real quick. And I thought that he was super impressive, and that's like, I didn't even know he was Luke Perry's son.
Oh no, I didn't either. And then when they told us, like when I found out about it, I looked. I'm like, oh my god, he looks just like him.
Yeah, you like, man, how did I not put that together? But
right.
MJF, I can't say enough about the guy. He's a fucking incredible heel. In this day and age, for a guy to come out and not discriminate and hating anyone, including children, bro, like that's big.
Oh, when he gave the kid the bird.
Oh, it was amazing.
It was great. Yeah, he's the best heel in the business.
That was a really good match to follow the crazy fucking poker chip hanging on a pole match.
Poker chip pink eye.
And then we already talked about Cody and Lance Archer, because that was our we really liked that match.
Yeah. The only part that we left out about that would be Tyson.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool.
Go ahead, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was just adjusting. For being 50, 52, 53, dude's in shape.
God,
I mean,
damn.
it was cool to see him get in Jake's face and get involved in all that. And then, the little camera shots of him making funny faces and stuff and reacting. It was cool.
The one thing I saw after was people nitpicking the look of the title. And I saw, like, a couple days afterwards, they talked about it, and that they didn't get to finish the belt fully because of the COVID thing.
Yeah.
So
Isn't it supposed to be gold?
I'm not sure. I feel like there was supposed to be more added to it. It does look kind of blank, kind of just says TNT on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like they said there was supposed to be a little more, a lot more detail on it. And I think they threw a picture up of what it was supposed to look like, and it looked better. I don't hate the look. It just, that's the first impression I got. I was like, this kind of looks unfinished, or they didn't put enough on it, and I guess that was the case.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be cool now. I mean, knowing what we know from Dynamite and how the title's gonna go forward, and that it's gonna be defended every week.
So I don't remember much about this one. The Chris Statlander and Penelope Ford.
I don't know. I was in a different galaxy when that was on.
Yeah. Oh, me too. But,
no pun intended.
out of the I talk about the women's division a little bit. Out of the women in the division, I like Chris Statlander, and I really like. I mean, they did. We'll talk about it in a little bit, but I think they did the right thing putting the belt on Sheeta. Sheeta's my favorite female wrestler in that company. She deserves to have that belt.
Yeah, the Nyla project hasn't really worked too well. You can't have
It's
her lose to fucking Riho. And, you know, she was supposed to be the monster, and she didn't get to stay the monster.
a lot of those, a lot of the, a lot. I feel like I don't want to like shit on somebody, but I feel like a lot of those girls can go, and when they're in the ring with Nyla Rose, Nyla Rose can't keep up with them, and it affects the way the flow of the match and stuff. You know what I mean? When they're trying to do like fast offensive moves and shit, I feel like it's hard for her to keep up. Like she she can go for a big woman. You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like there aren't other like there aren't people that can match up with her, or she can't keep up with the faster pace. Maybe I don't know.
No, you're right. Yeah, Nyla Rose, he could have been a really good monster if they would have did the right thing and built her up to go against Kong. If you would have put her against Kong and had her beat the monster that's been established for the past 15 years, that would have made her somebody. But they just fumbled them both. It was like, what are you guys doing with these two?
I honestly think the whole COVID thing messed a lot of things up for certain talent. Like, obviously Pac, like I'm sure he lives in England. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
He was just getting a lot of steam, man.
He really was, dude. I love the guy.
Promos were fucking amazing.
He is fire with the promos. See, I don't know. I feel like this was a kind of a throwaway with Dustin Rhodes and Shawn Spears. I mean, it wasn't bad. They were going. They were going at it.
Do you remember when he got us?
What?
Do you remember when Shawn Spears tricked all of us?
Oh yeah.
Son of a bitch, he got us good, dude. Here's Dustin.
Dude, I like Shawn Spears a lot. He's been wrestling for a long time. Like he's a local guy. Like he's Niagara Falls. But he's a Niagara Falls Canadian. So like when I started going to ESW in like 2004, 2005, he was one of their guys, man.
Yeah, he was at the ballpark shows too.
Yep. Always liked him, man. He's good. He's good. I like him.
Yeah, and
then we got Nyla Rose and Sheeta. There's a lot of kendo stick in this match.
Yeah, isn't that her gimmick now? Her weapon of choice?
That's like Sheeta's thing. Yeah, I guess I think Nyla Rose like stole it from her or something. And I can't be completely sure because this was the first AEW I'd probably watched in a month. But now I'm like, after this, I'm kind of in. Like,
yeah, I got
but it was good for what I guess it was good for what it was. I'm glad they put the belt on Sheeta. I really like Sheeta a lot, dude. Like I said, I think she's one of the best women they have in that company right now.
Yeah, I agree. She's a hell of a lot better than Riho. She's more believable. And compared to a lot of the other girls, she's top of the top because they had a handful of girls that were just weird. Like, do you remember the magical girl or whatever the fuck she called herself? And she dressed up like a genie.
Like I think her name was like Yakasaki or something.
Yakasakazuki or something, yeah.
I remember, because she had like she was like she had the genie pants, yeah.
Yeah, she looked like the genie from Aladdin.
And then they had the one that was like where JR was like, she's like an Oriental Freddie Mercury. Oh wait, I don't know. An Asian? I don't know.
Right?
And then, the one that used to come out dressed like a fucking like the leader of a marching band, yeah. I think that's like Kenny Omega was in charge, I believe, of bringing the women in. And I think that there was some, I don't know the name of it, but there was some like company in Japan where he just brought a few girls from there, and it's different, and a lot of times different doesn't translate well to the U.S. audience.
It does not.
So yeah, that's fucking that's that.
Yeah, that's that.
And then I guess the before the main event they had Moxley against Brody Lee for the belt.
Gotta get ready. Who won?
Yeah. I don't know. I've watched wrestling so long to know that like when a guy wins the belt, the first challenger is probably not going to win that belt. So
yeah, absolutely.
Nothing against Brody, you know what I mean? 'Cause I like the guy a lot. But that was a fucking good match too.
No, it was. It's, you know, he put him through the table. He put him through the stage.
Yeah, dude, that shit was that was a crazy match to lead us into the Stadium Stampede match, the Elite and the Inner Circle, which was all kinds of insane.
Yeah, it was.
The more of you that I inspect, the more of me I see reflect. The more I try to read your lips, the more the mask you wear rips. But when I seek out your voice, my ears are overcome with noise. You show and tell with greatest ease, raving impossibilities. Engaged in crime, I grasp my throat and raise my mind, starts to smoke. Enforce the mental overload. Angry again, angry again, angry. Ow! And when the story takes a twist, it folds like a contortionist. Sleight of hand, quick exchange. The old tricks have been rearranged. Engaged in crime, I grasp my throat and raise my mind, starts to smoke. Enforce a mental overload. Angry again, angry. Shearing of the sinew, my body bites for air. The ripping of the tissue, my lungs begin to tear. Gravity's got my bones, it pulls my flesh away. Steam finally dissipates, I make out my sweaty face. Association I choose, game I inevitably lose, governed by laws set up by me. Fractures jar, let me be a cut-out cardboard Congo maze, filled with an insubordinate race. Irrational, you stop to stare. Ask me like a rubber hose the air. Engaged in crime, I grasp my throat and raise my mind, starts to smoke. Enforce a mental overload. Angry again, angry again, and again. Engaged in
Yeah. So we were talking about that main event, right? A lot to take in on this because they used a whole fucking football field and the arena, basically.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of this whole match?
Okay. My favorite part of this whole match was Matt Hardy in the pool. Every
Son of a
time,
bitch.
it was your favorite.
Yeah, it was absolutely my favorite part, dude.
I mean, come on, who didn't like that? It was funny. Every time they dunked him in, he'd look at the camera and do a different sign or something like that, and come back out as a different version of himself. It was great.
Yeah, that was dope, dude. I like the underwater camera.
Yeah,
He's throwing up the V1.
yep. It was
The
cool.
the Matt facts, that was dope. That was dope to see.
Oh, dude, when they brought that back, it was so cool. It looked just like version 1, but version 1 like in the new age. It was cool.
I really like Sammy Guevara as like the pussy of the group.
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah, he's great. And Santana Ortiz, I don't even want to they're my favorite tag team in that whole fucking place, dude. I love Santana and Ortiz, dude.
The Pampero Purple shit that Ortiz does, I like a lot.
Yeah,
It's cool that he keeps that alive.
I like them. I liked them a lot actually through TNA. I remember, like the once in a blue moon that I ever watched TNA, they had an angle where it was like they were LAX or whatever, and I think Conan was with them. I don't remember if he was with them or the old LAX, but they brought back Homicide and Hernandez, and they had like a fucking street fight, dude. They had a match where there was no fucking mat in the ring. It was just the wooden boards and shit like that. And
That's
it was
cool.
wild. The shit was good. That made me a fan of them.
The only other person that I feel is kind of, I don't know, unimportant, but it's not his fault, is Jake Hager. Like, he's just kind of not been that MMA beast that he should have been. You know what I mean? He's kind of, I don't know, they made him into a douche more than anything.
Oh, he's there, bro. I don't know what to say about him.
It's just weird. It's like, you would think this guy comes from Bellator and he's kind of got a little legitimacy to him. You know what I mean? And he's just there a lot of the times.
Like it just seems like everyone in that group has something. Like Santana Ortiz, obviously Jericho, Sammy Guevara, which was cool on Wednesday when he was like, "Hey, I got you this little scooter," and it had the little cards on it. Like, hit me up.
Yeah.
That was dope. Like, I don't know. I think they're trying though, because Wednesday they were pushing a little personality with him. They were like making fun. They were like kind of poking fun at the fact that he's just kind of there and he uses bug eyes and doesn't really say anything. You know what I mean? Like, but Kenny Omega did the one-winged angel in the stadium seats on Guevara for the win, onto a platform below.
That was so cool, man. Just to see the drop off of like how far it actually was. Like, it seemed almost in slow motion, like he was just slowly falling down and didn't look like he was ever going to hit there.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was.
All in all, it was one of the it was definitely a good pay-per-view. Like,
I agree. One of the better ones I've seen in a long time.
Oh, for sure. Like, even without the crowd, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. I mean, they had a little bit. I don't know what the deal with that is. Like, apparently you can just have a few people come in. I mean, they had mostly like wrestlers that weren't doing shit, but.
No, did you see what WWE did with their crowds now?
Yeah, they're doing the same thing, right? Basically.
But same thing. It's just they have plexiglass all the way up to the ceiling, so it kind of looks like a hockey rink.
I mean,
Okay.
It's different. I mean, it's better now because there's actually fucking people there. But
I feel like that might be a thing. I don't know. That might be a thing that might have to happen for stuff for a while.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I guess after all that, they said that Cage is gonna fight Moxley at Fyter Fest for the belt, which again, like, I don't know what's gonna come of that. Like, I don't think Cage is gonna win the belt right off, but it could surprise. It could be surprising. Could do that shit.
it could be. It's just, man, don't you? It would be almost too soon for Mox.
Yeah, I feel like he's got to hold it. He's got to hold it a little while.
Yeah, I mean, they could do something where it'd be a disqualification or a count out or something like that, you know,
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
just to protect everybody. Because when I saw that, the Fyter Fest thing, I was thinking, ooh, this is too soon. Because are you going to kill Cage already?
I hope not. I mean,
I
they're
do
bringing
too.
him out looking like an animal. So I really hope not.
Yeah, he looks like a pro wrestler the most.
Yeah, I feel like. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I feel like we spent this whole time talking about AEW.
All right.
What we know. I mean,
Oh, what we know, yeah.
Hey, what are you doing around here, you little faggot? Oh, you looking for the princess again? Come here!
Yo. I'm the final boss that you niggas should avoid. These punk ass heroes, I'm finna get them for they coins. Extort them when I run up on them, kick them in the groin. Destroy their homeland, then my henchmen get deployed. Now you can let your kingdom know the devil is here. My Metal Gear shoots shit until the level is clear. Got them praying for their saviors, watch them tremble in fear. Link was supposed to save him, but he never appeared. May the Triforce be with you, cause if I go against you, you better have the Master Sword at its full potential. When I slay shit, X-Blade cut him into 8 bits. 25 hit combos to make him rage quit. I'm finna get on Parappa the rapper's beanie. I shock him like Blanca, Sub-Zero couldn't freeze me. You better play on easy, cause I'ma do you greasy and leave you bleeding in front of my castle with Luigi. I'm a final boss. Ain't a damn thing changed. I'm still the hardest nigga in the game. You fucking with the final boss, and you niggas straight bitch. I'm finna cut him into 8 bits. Boy, you fucking with the final boss, and your ass is fragile. The princess is in another castle. She fucking with the final boss, and you niggas straight bitch. I'm finna turn him into 8 bits. Boy, you fucking with the final boss. You was born to protect Earth? Well, I was born to beat your ass on Expert. Captain Falcon drove through my hood, I let the text squirt. He spun out like Crash Bandicoot, I hope his legs work. Fuck you and fuck the Assassin's Creed 2. Bullets ricochet and penetrate Master Chief's suit. Hollow tips hot, I'll show you what the heat do. Your head's on fire, now you looking like Sweet Tooth. Cooking niggas cause I love the dead body smell. This ain't Tetris, but I'm giving everybody else. Somebody tell Ash Ketchum me and Misty fucked. I whipped out and squirtled on the bitches Jigglypuffs. Overkill, I hit Frogger with a semi-truck. Samus gave me a blowjob for $50. Knocked the paper boy off his bike. Then I picked it up and rode off with it into the night, cause I don't give a fuck. Donkey Kong jumped up, he was mad as shit. I had to feed his ass the whole damn banana clip. Pac-Man got a divorce when I bagged his bitch, and that's her house, so that nigga had to dip. I'm a pervert, Master Roshi with the hoes. I bitch slap Peach, punch Yoshi in his nose. And Mega Man tried to kill me, but his fucking cannon jammed. Fuck your weaponry, nigga see me hand to hand. Rob James Bond, confiscated his golden gun. I'm finna put a hole through the Keyblades. Chosen one, I'm heartless, so kill yourself, go for the risk. You a nobody, and nobodies ain't supposed to exist. Bitch, I'm a final boss. Ain't a damn thing changed. I'm still the hardest nigga in the game. You fucking with the final boss, and you niggas straight bitch. I'm finna cut him into 8 bits. Boy, you fucking with the final boss, and your ass is fragile. The princess is in another castle. She fucking with the final boss, and you niggas straight bitch. I'm finna turn him into 8 bits. Boy, you fucking with the final boss. Ain't a damn thing changed. I'm still the hardest nigga in the game. You fucking with the final boss, and you niggas straight bitch. I'm finna cut him into 8 bits. Boy, you fucking with the final boss, and your ass is fragile. The princess is in another castle. She fucking with the final boss, and you niggas straight bitch. I'm finna turn him into 8 bits. Boy, you fucking with the final boss.
Have you seen the movie Nintendo Quest?
yes.
I have. I watched it
We
twice.
can talk
actually.
about this.
Like,
All right, we can talk about this. I just watched it the other day.
no doubt.
Oh, that was one of the coolest movies I've seen in a while, and it was such a great idea. Especially with the fact that he had to restart his, like, even though he had a collection, he had to restart the whole collection from scratch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money and a lot of work, man. Like, he was going everywhere, bro.
Yeah, he traveled from what? Ontario all the way down to, was it Texas maybe?
Yeah, he was going through. He was going through a ton of states, going to every, like, I don't think he was going to, like, Game Stops or anything, but he was going to, like, those, like, Oogie Games type places, you know?
Yeah.
And it's funny that he knew, like, certain places. He was like, yeah, this is the kind of place that puts the like, prices higher up. It puts the prices higher up or whatever, and he's like, yeah, he's like, I could buy this here, but, you know, it's a lot, so I can get it someplace else cheaper, you know.
Yeah, he was savvy to that shit.
The story behind, like, the certain games, like the track and field and, like, the
Stadium
Nintendo
events.
Huh?
Stadium events.
Yes,
That was the game. Yeah.
That later became track and field.
Yeah, you're right. It did become track and field.
And the Nintendo World Championships cartridge, like, that was, like, I was getting excited for the guy. Like, I mean, at first I was like, oh, I don't know if he's gonna get it. Like, there's a little suspense there, but, like, that movie is fucking cool. Yeah, I watched that movie twice actually because it's just a fun watch.
Oh yeah, it is for sure. And then they had the guy who had the stadium events, the dude on the phone that they kept going back and forth with, and he wanted him to bring the money without actually seeing the game. And then the dude suddenly goes, well, I've had a bunch of fakes before. And the dude just looks at the camera like, oh, shit. And right then and there, you knew that this guy was not buying that fucking game from that dude. There was no way. Because it was way too sketchy, and he already sold himself down the stream by saying that shit. And you're like, and right at that point, I was thinking, damn, this dude's not going to get this fucking game. He's going to get all these other games, but he's not going to get this one.
Right, yeah. I know there was a little bit of doubt, like, in that, toward the end of that movie, where it was like, oh no, he's not going to get it.
No, and even, like, he had the chance to get Little Samson, and he let it go. And I'm thinking, fuck, dude, you're going to let that go? You're not going to have a chance to get it again. He ended up getting a chance to get it when he met that guy who had, you know, the wildest collection on earth.
Yeah.
That dude had what?
Cool.
He had 2 stadium events with 2 boxes, which I didn't know this until this movie, that the boxes were worth so much fucking more money.
Yeah, there were the other games, like, that were, like, on a tier below them, like Little Samson. That game is a more expensive one that I believe he was looking around for too.
Ogo's Adventure or whatever it's called.
Yeah, that too.
That was one. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Fight Dungeon, or what was it? Fight something?
Oh, Tournament Fighters.
Tournament Fighters, that's what it was. That was another rare.
Yeah, you like something like that? There was on Amazon they have one about when Rob Liefeld, Jim Lee, and them they left Marvel and formed Image. There's a whole documentary about that called The Image Revolution.
I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, it's on Prime.
All right, cool.
I've watched that one like 3 times too. It's good. It's informative.
And then to come find out that at the end, the dude really didn't make it. He was 25 short.
Yeah. I mean, it's real. It was realistic though. Like, usually these things end and you're like, oh, he got them all, you know. But
yeah, that's what I liked about it. It had that realism to it that, you know, this is life. This is what happens. Not everything's a storybook ending. I mean, he eventually went back and got the games and completed it, but way past his deadline.
I could talk about just yesterday, I always like wrote this movie off because I saw it when I was younger, like when it came out, and I thought it was stupid. And then I watched it yesterday, and I absolutely loved it. The Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've never seen that.
Oh, dude, watch that shit.
All right, I will. For sure.
Heck, man, like I remember when I was a kid, I was like, "This is kind of stupid," but I feel like I didn't get it when I was younger, and I get it. Like I'm older, obviously, I get more now, but I gave that movie a bad rap, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, I don't know. Anything else? Just kind of going off the cuff here, like.
Yeah, well, it's the first episode. I don't know what anybody really expects. But speaking of movies, I watched Escape from Alcatraz with Clint Eastwood.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies ever, dude.
All right, so you have seen that. That's great.
Oh, I've seen that more than once. Yep.
Dude, that movie, just to know how it was a true story the whole way through.
Yeah.
Made it that much better. But even more so, how Clint Eastwood just plays the fucking part perfect. Especially when they take away Doc's artwork and all his paintings and all this shit to do stuff. And fucking the warden comes up to him and he's talking to him about Doc. And fucking Clint Eastwood goes, "Well, I'm sure I'd fucking cut my hand too if some asshole took all my painting shit away." And the warden just looks at him like, "Oh, fuck," and he walks away from him.
You know what I always thought was cool in that movie was when he would go out in the yard and like just and he would like spread the dust all over the yard like through his pocket out his pant leg.
Yep.
It was just cool the way he would do shit. Like he would be working on it. He had like the paper mache head and shit.
Yep, and then the spoon, he goes, "The spoon's a little dirty." All right, yeah, put it back. Grabs it. He had fucking another spoon in his pocket already. Hiding it under his shoe.
Hell yeah, dude.
Or when he fucking welded, when he made his own little knife and welded it in the cell.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many cool things about that movie, but
great. It's really
good.
It was. I think the next older movie I wanna try to watch that people talk about a lot is The Great Escape. Like I believe Steve McQueen.
I have to watch that. I know exactly what it is. I just don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, same. I've never seen it. That's what I mean. Like I think it's the next one I'm gonna try to get a look at. I've heard lots. I've heard it's like a classic or whatever. Yeah. Wanna wrap this up, dude?
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely have to wrap this up. Oh, it's been fun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, we're either just gonna fly by the seat of our pants, or we'll have something. I mean, we'll definitely have shit to talk about. But
yeah, for sure.
Whether it's a cohesive format or not, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens. No matter what,
Exactly.
It'll still be entertaining at the end of the day.
Oh, for sure.
And once this gets a little steam and gets rolling a little bit, we could have, hopefully, people say what they feel that they would want to hear each week or vote or whatever they would want to do. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely.
I think it'd be a great idea, but first couple episodes we'll have fun, and then eventually I think we'll start picking certain things to talk about, whatever it may be. Women's underwear in the 1800s, crack pipes in the 80s. Anything you could possibly imagine. Donald Duck's feet.
If there's one thing we can do, it's talk. So we're never gonna run out of shit.
That's for sure. All right, we're going to wrap up this week's podcast. I hope everybody stays safe, stay healthy, take your inhalers.
Yeah. All right, guys. I mean, until next time, we'll see you later.
Mars? Sir, we hear there was a slight accident in one of the shops.
Accident? Oh, you mean Doc? Yeah, it seems someone didn't like what he was painting, so someone won't let him paint anymore.
Someone should have warned Doc to be careful about what he paints.
You're absolutely right, sir. There's always the possibility that some asshole will